Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you're welcome too. Since it's the Halloween season, my favorite time of the year, one of my favorite times of the year, I've decided to do some simple Halloween nails for the season. But to be honest, they were really not that easy. And also, to be honest, I hate pushing back my cuticles, but we have to do it because their nails must last. So, anyway, for today's nails, this is the inspo picture, but I don't know the handle. I just got it from Pinterest, but I'll also put up the Pinterest page for the picture. I also want to tell you guys some creepy Reddit stories, so let's get started.
It's still me, guys. I'm using this voice filter. These stories are real, by the way. Like real stuff that happened to real people. Story number 1. My best friend and I would always talk about crazy dreams we had. I never thought much about it until he told me about one where he got hit by a car and died. Right before he would have turned 20. He said he was riding a skateboard wearing all black when the car hit him and could see everyone at his funeral. He even said his crush was at the funeral and laughed about it. He just kept going on about how it was so real. It really shook me up until I eventually forgot about it. Then, a few years later, after I'd long forgotten about the dream he told me about, it happened for real. His crush was at his funeral. He did get hit by a car and died. He was wearing all black like in the dream, and he was riding my skateboard.
Wow, that is very scary for like your best friend to tell you that and then it happens. Yo.
Story number 2. From the ages of 3 to 7, I'd get up sometimes and go to the top of the stairs. Completely awake, I'd see a faceless man at the bottom. And after a second, he'd run towards me very fast up the stairs. I'd run away and scream until my mom would run up and comfort me. When I was 7, I decided to fight it. So when I saw it next, I stood my ground and screamed at it. As it ran closer, it extended an arm out to grab me. As it got near the top of the stairs, I was getting ready to punch it, but it disappeared. It appeared at the bottom of the stairs again and ran up, reached out to me and disappeared before it got me. It did this a fair few times before I realized it was on a loop and actually couldn't get me. It might not have been a real entity, but an imprinted memory. After that night, I never saw it again.
Yeah, and I've also heard that like when someone dies, their spirit like keeps on doing that thing in a loop. That event that happened to them, they just keep repeating. So, that is so creepy, yo.
Story number 3. When I was 5, we moved into an old farmhouse. My room was the biggest and the only one with a closet in it. It was a walk-in with a tiny window near the ceiling. Not big enough for anyone to fit though. It also had no door, just an open doorway that faced my bed. I can only assume my mom had never seen a horror movie in her life up to that point or something. I have ADHD and I was one of those kids that never slept. I was quietly playing with toys on the bed when I got the distinct feeling I was being watched. I looked up and saw what I can only describe as a shadow person that was a darker shade of black than the dark closet behind it. The eyes were red. Obviously, I was terrified. I froze in place until I put a hand on the outside of the closet, like I was feeling for the light switch. Then I bolted and ran to my parents. My stepdad went through the whole place thinking there was an intruder. There wasn't an intruder. I still remember it so vividly to this day. I'm 38 now.
Hey, you see now, one thing I don't want to experience is ghosts. To see ghosts. Like, I love horror, but no, not to that level.
Story number 4. My best friend in middle school had just moved into the neighborhood, and his house was previously owned by an old woman that died in the house. One night, I was sleeping over at his house, and I woke in the middle of the night to get a glass of water. As I walked out of his bedroom, I entered a long hallway that leads to the living, dining, kitchen area. All of the lights in the house were off, except the kitchen light. From my viewpoint, I couldn't see the kitchen directly, but there were framed pictures lining the hallway walls. And indirectly, the glass panes were illuminated from the kitchen light, and I could see the kitchen in the reflection. In one of the panes, I saw a woman in a robe standing in front of the stove. She had her back to me, and I couldn't see her face. But I saw that there was steam billowing from her figure. Like she was standing in front of the stove, perhaps boiling a pot of tea. My friend's mom drank lots of tea, so I thought it was her. But I rounded the corner to enter the kitchen, and there was nobody there. I'm about 99% certain I saw a ghost. I have no other explanation.
I mean, in the middle of the night and you are sleeping inside a woman's house that passed away. Obviously, it's gonna happen. What you expect, girl? But yo, guys, this is so scary.
Story number 5. It was shortly after we lost a whole slew of patients to COVID-19. One unit was completely empty. A call light went off on the empty unit where the COVID-19 patients had been in an empty room. Because my place hadn't hired one security guard or installed any security cameras, one nurse asked me,
"Are you brave?"
While I was just passing out the ice water, I mumbled.
Yes, what's wrong?
I said.
Please check out that call light. A ghost is setting it off.
I asked her.
What if it isn't a ghost?
She mumbled.
We are right behind you.
I opened the door. There was no one. I checked under the 2 hospital beds in the patient's bathroom and checked in the closet. Then I turned off the call light and informed my nurse that there was no one. According to her, it was a ghost. As I proceeded off their unit, the call light went back on. I went back and shut it off, but it continued like that 5 times.
It's the repetition thing again. Like, these ghosts are really living in their last moments, like on and on and on and on. And on and on and on. You must move on, guy or girl, ma'am, sir. The afterlife people are waiting for you in the afterlife, and when you're busy bothering us, please move on, man. That was such a fun time narrating the stories for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. But for now, let me let you have your peace, and I'll be back. Oh, you know what time it is. It's time to file these nails to perfection. And I really don't have like a way to file my nails. I either start on the sides, on the top, like anyhow. It's like they're gonna be filed anyway, so why do you need a way? You know? But yeah, and I did this nail shape before. My first nail video I posted, I used polygel. Ooh, that was horror by itself. The polygel. Definitely not the nails. Not the nails. Love sealing the cuticles. Like, it makes the nails look like they're your natural nails. Like, it's so beautiful, yo. These are the colors I'm gonna use for this set. Just gonna mix this neon color, I don't know, with this dark green to create the color, like the neon green. Like, yeah, this color, this neon green. And then we have white, red, and black. And then I'm gonna mix red with yellow to make orange, the pumpkin color. Here comes my favorite part. Yay, French. I love French nails, but I also hate doing French. I love French, but I hate French. And I'm sure you guys can tell that I'm struggling to draw. It's just simple. You just draw 2 lines that connect each other. Yeah, but that should not be difficult. It should be easy, but I'm just an overthinker, so yeah. But all my left nails really turned out nice, so I'm not too mad. Ooh, guys, this part as well, I was shaking. And this is the part where it hit me, when I was doing this black line, that nails are actually difficult to do. But you know what, I'm not too mad. I'm not too mad. And I really liked the way that this neon color came out. And guys, even adding these black lines, it was a tiny bit difficult, just a tiny bit. I guess this nail is supposed to be like a Frankenstein or something. But then again, I might be wrong. Moving on to this white bloody nail, it was simple, just like every other nail that I was doing. But you know what, I think maybe it's the brush length that I'm using. This brush is a little bit long, so maybe it's not the correct length to use for short nails. Yeah, I think so. For the blood drips, I used my dotting tool and then I ruined them. I think I overdid the dripping part, where it starts to drip. Guys, I'm a perfectionist. I need it to be perfect. I need it to be perfect. So yeah, anyway, that is the bloody drippy nail. I'm not even gonna comment on this one. Yeah, you'll just see for yourself. Just wait a bit and see. Let's meet where I want to discuss this nail. Yeah, this is the part where I want to discuss this nail. So after putting on blooming gel, of which I think I may have put too much of, after finishing this nail, like putting on top coat and taking it out of the lamp, guys, there was no ghost. Like, there were no ghosts. Guys, the ghosts were like they were looking faded. I was just not happy with this nail. 0 out of 10. I mean, I know that ghosts are invisible, but not on my nail. Not on my nail. But surprisingly, I enjoyed this pumpkin one. Like, this one must be the difficult one out of all of the nails. The teeth, it was really nice to draw. And the eyes and the nose as well was just literally triangles. So, yeah, it wasn't that bad. Oh, and by the way, I did everything twice. Like, I had to coat them again, like, so that they can be vibrant. Like, the color must be more opaque. Yeah. Yeah, this one also gave me troubles. The spiderweb nail. Yo, guys. This was my first time trying out like a spiderweb design. So yes, you can imagine what I was going through. Yeah. Little things like this annoy me so much. Like, yeah, anyway, moving on to the white outline. I feel like I took a million years to complete this. But I really liked the way this nail came out. I feel like, yeah, my right hand did me justice here. My left hand doing my dominant hand. Not so much. Yeah, the French is eating. I think it's chowing. And creating like the webs and connecting them. It was not really that hard, but yeah, it showed me flames. Like, it's mid. It's mid, what I'm trying to say. And like creating these like curves was somehow so satisfying. I don't know why. But yeah, it was so satisfying. And the last thing I did on this set was to fix the lines with some black gel so that the white lines can be like more crisp. And then putting on the top coat to finish off the nails. But yeah guys, this is the end of this Halloween nail video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And please leave me some suggestions below, like in the comment section, what type of videos you want to see me do in the future. Like any type of video, any type, literally. And please don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification button so that you don't miss any upload of mine. And also follow me on social media. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Mwah. Bye.